Hello, everybody. Welcome to my women's basketball rantings. This is where I give my thoughts on the happenings in the women's game. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and also comment in the comment section, and it helps out a lot. So if you are listening, welcome. If you are not, welcome. Let's get started. Okay, so this week I'm going to be talking about some games that I watched. Like I say, I never watch all the games anyway, but I'm going to be talking about Tennessee, Stanford, South Carolina, Duke, NC State, Georgia, and of course, Connecticut, Louisville. So let's start with Tennessee, Stanford. Great game. I really have no serious thoughts about it. I felt I'm very happy for Stanford because I was kind of like writing them off. I was like, they don't have a point guard. They are very shaky. I don't think Anna Wilson is really doing well this year. She went just 4 points in 28 minutes. Although I guess that's not her role. She's more of like a post player, but they're trying to play as a guard. She's not a guard. I don't know why they keep trying to make her a guard. She's not. Then they now decided to make Lexi all a post player. The whole thing was just weird. I don't know why they are trying to make Anna Wilson a point guard. She's not a point guard. She got plus 4 points as a guard. I have nothing against her. This season, she has just not been as productive as she was when they won the championship. But then they didn't really need her like that because Ellie Jones really stepped up. Ellie Jones is supposed to be a guard, but she was playing as a post player. She had 19 rebounds. How does a guard have 19 rebounds? That's why I'm beginning to think that even though right now they are number 2, I'm beginning to think Stanford is a team that is still trying to figure themselves out. So you have a Cameron Brink with just 2 rebounds, and that's like your post player, and then you have a guard who is even supposed to be your point guard when you look at it, because Ellie Jones is actually supposed to be your point guard, and she's getting 19 rebounds, meaning that you guys have not figured out they've not figured out themselves yet. Like, you can't be having a post player getting 2 rebounds and then your guard is getting 19 rebounds. It just doesn't work in the scheme of things. So I felt it was a very shaky game. I thought if they played on any other team, they probably would have lost, let's say South Carolina. And by the way, we are all looking forward to Stanford, South Carolina. It's going to be a hoot and a half. It's going to be crazy. So please watch out for that. I'm going to see how they match up. I think South Carolina is going to win that game, hands down. But like I say, sports is sports. So yeah, so Stanford, they're trying to figure themselves out. The game was very choppy until Ellie Jones just decided, you know what, I'm going off. And Tennessee did not have an answer for her, even though I did feel Tennessee also came to play. Jonah Austin was not joking. She really came to like play, but then they are kind of like strapped because they are losing some of their players, so I can really understand. But then they did give it a fight, and but I'm still not 100% sure about Stanford. I still feel I would like to see some more games. I want to see them in South Carolina. Let me see. Even if they don't win, I just want to see what they do in that game, because I'm not really comfortable with Ellie Jones getting 19 rebounds as a guard. And like I always say, they don't have a point guard and they need a point guard. So that's it for Stanford. So yay, Tennessee. I would like to see you play other ranked teams and see how you guys, everything shakes up. So that's it. It was a good game. It wasn't the best game of the week. The best game of the week was hands down Georgia and NC State. Hands down. That was a game. Oh my God. I was so impressed. It was as in Georgia came to play, because this is my first time, apart from last year where they upset Texas A&M. Georgia, I've never seen Georgia play before. I've never really seen them play. Like, I didn't really understand how their team works. But come on, that's such a good team. They play together. Like, they play so composed. They understand each of their players and where they are. And then they have one of the best bigs I've seen in a very long time, Jenna Stati. She's a big that can shoot 3. She can shoot the 3. She was 3 of 7. She can shoot the 3. She can block. She had 6 blocks. She had 21 points. She had 11 rebounds. Oh, what do you need in a center? Like, she's doing everything. She's doing everything. She shoots the 3. She can block. She can score. She can rebound. Come on, I mean, she's perfect as a big. She's a revelation. Like, she came and just owned that game. She owned Cunane. I like Cunane. I like NC State. I'm very high on NC State, but come on, she kind of owned Cunane in that game, especially in the first quarter where they were kind of like making a run. So yeah, they were 28. Come on, sorry, in the first half. She was 28, and well, they just went off. And then NC State, of course, NC State was number 2 at that time. So NC State is number 2 team for a reason. So they fought back, they kind of fought, they tried to rally, and they did, and they could have gotten away with it if not because of free throws. Please, please, please make your free throws. Oh my God, it was frustrating because at the end of the day, they were up by, maybe like up by 3, maybe up by 4, and then of course Georgia decided to play the foul game. The foul game never works. Most time it never works, but for some reason it worked in this game, and because of that it sent it to OT. Oh my God, that was so painful. Like for NC State, with all the work they did trying to rally and trying to come back, and they did come back, and Georgia was with them all through when they came back, and instead of them to just put the game away by just making, I know free throws, I think it's luck, I know, but come on, like at this stage, Cunane missed both free throws, and because of that, there was a 3-point window, and then my favorite time of the part of the game, Sarah Ashley Barker. I have no idea who she was, and she just came and balled out. She had 16 points. She is a fantastic 3-point shooter. Even throughout the game, when Georgia was making their charge, that was in the second quarter, she just kept doing the 3, giving the 3. She and Jenny started. They were just killing them with the 3s. She was 4 for 7. That is impressive. Why is no one talking about her? Why is no one talking about her? She is fantastic. And she made the 3 that literally sent it to OT. And of course, they just stuck around the OT and won. So I was like, God damn, Georgia is a good team. I'm so impressed, like so impressed. So they were 8 of 18 from 3, which is really good. They are 12 of 18 in their free throws. It could be better, but still a good showing. And their, of course, offensive rebounds were their rebound was 40. So I mean, Georgia really came to play, and I heard Georgia NC State has never beaten Georgia before. Oh, that's surprising, seeing as NC State was a number 2 team and Georgia was a number maybe 19 team, or one very, very low number. Let me see what number they were. 17. Imagine that. That's crazy. Anyway, it happened. So it was fun. And then NC State, I don't know what to say about NC State. NC State, they played well. I won't lie, they did. They played well. Apart from the second quarter, which I didn't understand what they were doing, they really came out and they played with their heart. They came back. Eliza Cunane was really, really very strong. In the third quarter, I think that's when she really came alive, which I don't understand. Why do people come alive at certain parts of the game? Like, I'm not a player, so I try not to judge, but just play on throughout the game. Like, play well throughout the game. You don't have to wait for a certain quarter to come alive and things like that. So I really didn't like that. Darina Perez always on point. She gave it her all. She was the only person balling, in my opinion. Yeah, Jackia Brown Turner, Diamond Johnson, they 17 points. Diamond Johnson really came to play too, but it was just not enough because, like I said, that free throw really killed them. They missed their free throws a lot, 9 of 15, and then most of those came at the end when they really, really needed to make it work. So yeah, so it was a sad loss. But I think Georgia deserved to win that game because they really, really played their hearts out. And there was never a point where I felt they had low energy. They always add very high energy, and they always try to give it to NC State, and they came out victorious. So that's it for Georgia. I'm very impressed with Georgia. Now that's a team to watch out for. Please watch out for Georgia. Now I'm interested in them. Great. All right. So that's it for Georgia and NC State. So look out for Georgia. It's a great team. great player, Jenna Stati. I can't wait for her to come to the WNBA. She's perfect. She reminds me of a Stephen Dawson kind of thing. Like she just does everything as a big. She's perfect. And of course, Sarah Shibaka is a fantastic guard. I would like to see more of her. So that's it for NC State. So my next game that I watched was South Carolina Duke. Yeah, I love South Carolina. Great team. They are definitely deserving of their #1 status. They are probably the favorites to win, and I think they probably will if nothing bad happens. But this game was rough, and I know Duke has a fantastic defense, and it reminds me of a UConn Paige Becker situation where they depend too much on Paige Beckers. I think South Carolina kind of is starting to depend a lot on Aliyah Boston in the paint, which is good. I mean, you depend on your best player, but then as you can see, if anything happens, one chance. Even if anything happens, then we are in for a trouble. So she had 19 points, she had 14 rebounds. That is impressive on any category. She had 4 blocks. She's just a blocking machine. She's just great. So Aliyah Boston is Aliyah Boston. This year she came to play. She's great, but I didn't see any product from other people in the team. So we are looking at Dia Cook, 7 points at the guard, not that great. She was 1 of 9 from 3. That's not a good offense. Like I said, their offense really needs work. 55 points on a Duke. I know Duke has a great defense, but 55 points is a bit low for a team that is supposed to be the best. In my opinion, I think they can do better and they can score better. But that, like I said, Duke has a very strong defense. But I don't really look at like, oh, defense. I look at the shots and the shot selection. So 7 of 22 from 3. Yeah, seven 3-pointers in a game is actually really okay. But at 20, but they attempt 22. That is not that great. That means that, like I said, shot selection wasn't that great. Zara Cook was 1 of 9. Maybe she just had a very off shooting night. It happens sometimes. Destiny Littleton always on point, 3 for 6. Very impressive. So like I said, I feel that I'm still on the offense situation. South Carolina needs a better offense, even though Aliyah Boston can probably carry that team. Because, like I said, defense is the name of the game right now. If you can defend, you can score. Simple. But then if you can defend and you can score, but you are not making the scores, then if you meet on a bad day, if you meet a team that can score, then you would run into a very serious problem, especially if you meet a better defense than you on sometimes you just have an off night and your defense is just not working right. So, but either way, I was very impressed. I'm always impressed. Very good game, low scoring. I like high scoring games. I feel college games should be like 70, 75. That's when I know that, yes, it's good. But at the end of the day, he just got to win. That's the most important thing. Duke faced South Carolina defense also, and yeah, it wasn't that great. Only one player had double digits, so you could see that the scoreline was also very rough. So it was just a rough game. I like high scoring games. So if again, that's why I don't kind of gel with South Carolina, because they don't score as much. I love high scoring games. I'm not really a fan of defense. I feel scoring is really what catch my heart. But hey, I give South Carolina, they deserve their #1 spot. I really would like to see them score more. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about the last game of the week, which was the one I watched yesterday, which was a very disappointing game. UConn, which is one of my favorite teams, played Louisville, and I really expected UConn to win that game. I know they are short strapped and all, but I don't think Louisville is that great of a team. I'm sorry. I know if there are any Louisville fans here, apologies, but I haven't really seen much from Louisville to expect that they would be that great. That's why I'm very worried about UConn. The fact that they couldn't pull off a victory against Louisville. I'm not saying that Louisville is a bad team. I'm just saying that when it comes to other top 10 teams, Louisville is not necessarily someone that a team that is really that great when it comes to offense, when it comes to defense. This game kind of proved me wrong. Louisville has some good players. I won't lie, they have some really good players. But like I said, they've just not come together yet. And this game, I think they really came together. And this is kind of like one of those games where if they do end up like going really far, or even maybe even winning. Who knows? They could win. This is one of those games where they'll be like, okay, this is a game where we kind of figured it out together and things like that. So yeah, so it was a good showing up for them. I did not expect Louisville to win this game, and I was very disappointed with UConn that Louisville won. Apologies to you, Louisville fans, but I expect better from UConn. And they could have won this game. They could have won this game, apart from the fourth quarter collapse. This is the third time. In fact, this is the fourth time that UCLA game too. They almost had a fourth quarter collapse. Why can't they get it together in the fourth quarter? And you know what? I was trying to figure it out. I was like, you know what? Why can't UConn get their shit together in the fourth quarter? They played well throughout the game. Honestly, they did. They were like, I mean, every quarter. I don't think there was any quarter that they kind of had a huge like deficit. In fact, they were leading 45 to 47. They were leading 47 to 45 coming into the fourth quarter. So I really expected them to put that game away. And they actually had an eight-point lead at some point. And then Eli Van Leet scored back-to-back threes. Like, how did that happen? And they couldn't respond. I was very disappointed. Like, UConn is a great team. I'm sorry. I mean, I love UConn. I followed them from the Subed era, Brennan Stewart. Even when they didn't even win the championship last year, they were a good team. They knew each other. I don't understand why they're just falling apart this season. And yes, it's falling apart because any team, I can always say, you're a team that can't close out games is not a good team. You have nobody cares whether you scored in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Nobody cares. If you like score 100 points in the second quarter, you need to close out that fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is the most important thing. The team that wins the fourth quarter, do you get? It's just crazy that they just couldn't get it together and win this game, even when they had an 8-point lead. In that fourth quarter. I was very disappointed with UConn. I was actually very disappointed in Juno. Like, what are you telling these girls? Like Kristen Williams, she choked as always. She had a 3 that was turned into a 2. That was her first point of the quarter. I was like, wow, what are we doing here? Like, you have to kill teams. I love Seattle Storm. This is why I love Seattle Storm. Seattle Storm will kill you, unless, of course, last season they were funny, but normal Seattle Storm and normal UConn, they would kill you. By the time you're getting into the third quarter, they're going to remove all hope. That's what Subed always says. Remove all hope. Like, you're not winning this game. They've been scraping by. The only time they did it were against Minnesota, sitting on, I mean, those are bottom of the barrel. Sorry apologies if you're a fan, but I'm just saying that it is. Kill teams. You can't be 8 points. You kill them, give them 5 3-pointers, let them so they don't know what it takes. They just don't know what it takes. And I understand, yeah, and sometimes you just don't have what it takes. Like, what is happening to this program? And I watched the post-game press conference, and honestly, I had no idea. He was like, what is happening? I'm trying to coach these people. I give them all they need, and then I throw them into the wild, and I expect them to just be good. And apparently, it's only 2 people that are good, and those are even new entries like Caroline Duchamp. I have nothing to say. She's fantastic. She's great. She's excellent. She was the only one that was balling. I hope I see more of her. I'm very impressed. Kristen Williams, of course, another choke job. 4 of 11. Yeah. 0-3. Thank God she didn't even try because she was going to shock it anyway. So 4 of 11, 10 points, not good enough. Evina Westbrook, 3 of 12, not good enough. 0 of 5. Oh my God, that is painful. 0 of 5. Do not, a 3-point is, it's just like having 5 turnovers. That's 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers. You are 6 of 13. Yeah, wasn't that efficient? Oliver Nelson, I think people are so high on Olivia Nelson, although they're like, oh, she's the good. Her greatness has not come yet. Her greatness has not come yet. Her greatness has not come. It's never going to come. I'm sorry. I've just not seen it. Like, I started watching this team last year, and I've not seen the greatness. So maybe it's just not going to happen. Aliyah Edwards, she has some good parts, but she didn't even play much. She has 16 minutes. I don't know why he played her for only 16 minutes. Yeah, so it was just a rough game for UConn. I feel they could have won this game, and they did like they were going to win until that fourth quarter. Why did they lose the fourth quarter? So I was thinking about it. Why? Then I just realized I saw their minutes. Caroline Duchamp 40 minutes, Kristen Williams 39, Evna Westbrook 37, Joka Ayuas 35, ONO 27. She was only backed by Alia Edwards. They played the whole game. You know why they lost? Because they were tired. So they always say, oh, don't make an excuse. We can't make an excuse because our teams, like, we play with what we have. We are competitors. We don't care. Playing 40 minutes a game. Of course, you're going to collapse in the third quarter. I don't know why Caroline Duchamp, I'm impressed because she really came alive in that fourth quarter. And I'm very impressed because I don't blame them. They're tired. Evra Break 37 minutes. Joka Ayuas 35. Come on, they're tired. They need a break. Maybe that's why they just gave up. Sometimes because, you know, in the fourth quarter, that's when teams really, they sense blood in the water. So they give you extra defensive pressure. And I think Caroline Duchamp lost Lily Van Lee twice. And those 2 times led to the 2 3-pointers that ended up killing UConn. And they couldn't just get back. A normal UConn team would have gotten back. They I don't know. I think they need to work on their fourth quarter. They need to work on their late game execution. If I Regino, I won't even do anything else in practice. I just tell them, work on your late game execution. They are nervous, they are jittery, they make stupid shots, they have a lot of turnovers. Something is going on with them. I don't know what, but I'm very positive something going on with that team. And then when I said they were tired, so look at this team. Eli Van Lee 29 minutes, 22 minutes. Okay, the only Kiana Smith that scored that did 36 minutes. Everybody else was under 20, and maybe Oliver Cockman 22. Everybody was under 30 apart from Kiana Smith. So that's a lot. Even if it's 5 minutes just to rest on the floor, just to rest, that's something. And then obviously UConn couldn't hang. And I felt really bad, but it is what it is. Sports, it will kill you, it will crush you. It will make you happy, it will make you sad, it will make you elated, it should sink you down. If I'm feeling like this, I can imagine how the players feel. So I try not to go too hard on them. But you sometimes tough love is important, and they need to do better. They really do. This game should have been theirs, and I'm very disappointed it wasn't. So that's it for my thoughts on UConn. I hope they get better. UConn has dropped to 11. They are in a free fall, and I expect them to continue free falling. I just hope they don't free fall out of the top 25. But I do know they'll get better. Even without Page, I still believe they will get better. So Stanford is number 2, South Carolina is number 1. I'm so excited to see what they have to offer. I will really be. I would like to see how they play. Louisville number 3. Because they beat UConn, so that makes sense. Arizona, I haven't seen Arizona play this season. They were supposed to play with Texas, but COVID protocol, so I haven't seen them play. I hope all of them are okay. So it's going to be some fun games. So let me see, as always, the games that are interesting that I would probably watch this week. Of course, I'm going to watch South Carolina, Stanford. Yes, definitely, it's going to be a hoot. Connecticut Marquette. At this rate, Marquette might just win. I'll watch it just to see if Connecticut can hang. I don't trust that team again. I don't trust Connecticut anymore. So I'll watch it just to see what's happening there. Texas A&M and Vanderbilt will be good too. Yeah, that'll be a good one. So the game's here. Maybe it's Christmas, so it's not even this week. It's even upper week. So nothing's happening this week. Okay, yeah, something is happening this week. Thursday. Yeah. So the games that I would watch this week are Caroline, Stanford, definitely watching that. Princeton, Texas. Princeton has been on a tear lately, so I'll watch Princeton, Texas. I was very sad I couldn't watch Arizona, but I will definitely watch Princeton. I want to see what they are all about. The Michigan is good, but I wouldn't watch them with Eastern Michigan. They did upset Baylor. I didn't watch that game, so I didn't really talk much about it. But I was very impressed that they could pull it off, and I'm impressed. I would like to see what they're all about. Oh, Georgia LSU, that's good. Definitely watching Georgia LSU. Yes. Georgia is my team. I'm watching Georgia LSU. Maryland, Illinois, maybe not, but Georgia LSU I will. So that's it for this this week. My recap. Final 4 predictions as of right now. South Carolina, definitely. I still believe Maryland would be there. NC State, Kunen can choke. She chokes a lot. So I would not, yeah, she's a choking, she chokes. So I would say maybe not put her there. Maybe I'll put Arizona, because why not? I mean, they made it last year. Why can't they make it this year? And they are the only unbeaten team in the league in NCCA women's basketball right now. They are the only unbeaten team in NCCA women's basketball right now. So why not put them there? And then for my wild card, I don't put Stanford because I don't believe in Stanford. I don't believe in them as a team. For my wild card, let me see what's happening in the top 25. For my wild card, I'll put Texas. I believe Texas is a team that can hang with the best of them. I believe they can hang with the best of them. They have a very good style of play. They have a very strong defense. They have a fantastic point guard, and they are up and coming. So yeah, I'll put them. UConn, I'm still not putting UConn in my top Final Four because I don't trust them, and I don't believe for now, I don't just see that team making a Final Four. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you've come this far, I don't know why, but thank you. And like and subscribe and watch some games. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next week. Have a good day.